Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be a community update for January 16th, 2020, where I go over the new artifact sorting feature that's supposed to be coming to Raid, and then we go over the Dutchess summoning event and the tournaments and events and offers that are currently going on in the game to get you caught up. So yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, let's pull up the news post of the day, and we can see boosted summoning rates for Dutchess, and it's going to be a 10x chance. Now, worth noting, it's still going to be a long shot that you get this champion. First of all, you have to get a legendary, and then yes, it's a buff chance, but it's not like it's a 100% chance or even a 50-50. It's still going to be a long shot, even if you're looking towards acquiring her. So I'll go over her in a second and kind of talk about her as a champion. But anyway, it's going to be from 0900 UTC on Thursday, which is today, until 0900 UTC on Friday, the 17th. And basically, I know for me, UTC is 6 hours ahead of my USA Central Time. So like right now it's about noon for me here in American Central, and converting that to UTC, I think currently it's 6 p.m. UTC, so it's basically 6 hours ahead of me, which means 0900 this boosted summoning rate for Dutchess will end at about 3 a.m. for me tonight. Now, one thing I do want to note is that I really wish they would have like a picture of Dutchess down here with like a little banner that says currently boosted 10x chance of summoning, some sort of aesthetic so that people know exactly when it's live, like they do with the X2 like boosted, sacreds and voids and ancients. Have a little aesthetic there to show us, yes, I know for sure it is live right now, and don't make us sit here and do the math and wonder like, okay, is UTC, does that mean it's live currently, and all that. Just make it easy for the player base. Give us an aesthetic like you do for all of the other summoning events. That would be great. So let me go ahead and pull up Dutchess. She's actually in the demon spawn, the legendary up here, and she's fairly new to the game. I think Dutchess has only been in the game for 2 or 3 months maybe. A pretty interesting looking champion. It's definitely a little bit weird that the wings don't attach to anything. They just float. So not attached to like the shoulder blade or anything. They just kind of float there. But yeah, definitely a little bit different in terms of her color. She's like a purple, pink, very bright, vibrant color scheme. We don't really see used a whole lot in Raid, but a base speed of 103 is very good. We've got an A1 that attacks one enemy 2 times, then places a shield buff equal to 10% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns on this champion and the ally with the lowest HP. A pretty cool A1, and it's based on defense. I like that. It's not like amazing or anything, but it's a cool ability. A2, place a 50% increased attack buff and a block debuffs buff on all allies for 2 turns. Places a perfect veil buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Okay, I mean, I could see this having some utility in dungeons, and especially for like speed farming setups and stuff like that. She could even be like a booster for the arena or something, which I guess is kind of cool. Then we've got an A3, revives all dead allies to 70% HP, places a veil buff on all allies except this champion for 1 turn, places a 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. An amazing ability for faction wars and most dungeons, especially for setups where you're going to want to sustain a little bit. So yeah, a pretty interesting kit, and looks to be mainly usable for like dungeon farming and faction wars. Then we've got the passive here, decrease the damage taken by all allies from AoE attacks by 25%, 15% from bosses, decreases the damage taken by all allies from AoE attacks by 40% if they are under veil, 25% from bosses. So that really is cool in terms of synergizing with her placing veil on people. So now this places a veil and this places a perfect veil, and I hope this still procs under perfect veil. It should say under veil and perfect veil. I don't have her to test this, but since she places 2 different ones, perfect veil and veil, I hope the passive works for both. I think it would, but if you know, let me know down in the comments, please, because I don't have her to test that. But just kind of a way the thing is worded, and I hope it functions like that. But a pretty cool passive. Definitely, she provides some sustain and some veil and some decreased damage. So and an A1 that provides shield. So I don't think she's like some god tier ridiculous meta changing legendary, but she's got a pretty interesting kit that would be fun to play around with and provide some decent value. the speed aura is amazing. It's going to be all battles by 19% for speed. So definitely a cool aura there. I do like her for that. So yeah, all in all, a pretty decent champion. Would I break the bank trying to summon her? No, she's not Venus or Battle Khazar or Dracomorph or you know, anything like that. So I wouldn't like break the bank trying to get her. I should have thrown Martyr and Valkyrie in that as well. But yeah, basically she's cool, but I wouldn't break the bank trying to get her. That's kind of my general sentiment on that. Alright, and now let's go over the tournaments here. So the Dragon Tournament is coming to a close. Make sure if you are wanting to get these rewards on the right that you are getting after those points. It looks like nobody in my group is going to be chasing me super hard, so I'm kind of just letting it be. The global leaderboard. So the Tyrell hunt is currently at 42,000. I expect this to end at about 50 to 55,000. I thought this might get up a lot higher, like 75 or 80, but you know, if this was somebody like Battle Khazar or Venus or something, it definitely would have got to like 100k or something. But Tyrell is not really a sought out champion by your uber whales and your people that are spending, you know, 40,000 energy on the dragon. Tyrell probably isn't something they're like super excited about going for. But yeah, this person has probably spent about 36,000 energy on the dragon, so definitely a lot of dragon runs here by, you know, Voodoo or whoever this is. I can't see the full name, or Vodo, whatever that is. There you go, Stu's up there in the top 3. I was up there, but have not been grinding the dragon super hard. I just kind of wanted to win my group and call it a day at that. If somebody here were pushing me harder, I would have grinded it a little bit harder, but that's kind of the story there. A champion training tournament going to be starting tomorrow. Those are always great. I love those events because you can never go wrong participating in a champion training tournament. It's always good to rank up your champions, and it's something we can kind of all do at all times. So definitely, you know, prepare for that. Try not to 6-star or 5-star things until tomorrow, and start kind of prepping, maybe saving up a little bit of energy to smash a bunch of you know, champion upgrades, because usually these events are pretty good and pretty worth doing. All right, so for the events here, the champion training event, the like super month-long, you know, free-to-play friendly one here is going to be wrapping up. So make sure you're focusing on this and getting yourself in line. You should be on, you know, hopefully like the last row by now, and make sure you're not missing out on getting that sacred. So keep an eye on that. And then the summoning, the summon rush going live. I'll go over the offers that have to do with the summon rush in the shop. We will plug those in. But yeah, so it looks like I would treat this as like 2 different events. You've got your normal event, which ends here at 2,500. 2,500 points, you get your normal, you know, your XP, your piece of gear, and then your 2 books. That's kind of the normal event. And then if you scroll down, this is like the whale event. For most of us, I wouldn't recommend going, you know, pulling to 7,000 points just to get a couple books and some chicken. I would wait until there's a better like X2 event or fusion or some reason to really pull a bunch of shards. But so I would treat this event like this right here, and I went ahead and plugged this in the sheet. And we can see here that the rewards for treating the event normally, like getting to the 2,500, will give us about $12 worth of rewards, which I think is pretty decent. I'm contemplating doing it. It would be 5 sacreds or a bunch of ancients, like 120 or something. I don't know. I do have some sacreds. I have like 1 void. I might pull a void and a few sacreds and a couple, you know, or a few ancients, just to go after this, because I mean these rewards are decent to get the speed piece and the 2 books and some energy and stuff. It's not a bad idea, but it's also not a bad idea to wait for like an X2 event and just save your shards till then. So I can kind of see both sides of the fence on this one, and since I'm sitting on a few sacreds, I may, you know, yeet them and just see what I can get and scoop. I like to scoop up books when they're available, and especially a 6-star legendary speed artifact. That's pretty good. It takes about, to get a 6-star legendary speed piece from the dragon, gosh, it would probably take like, it'd be like once every 500 runs. So definitely, you know, 6-star legendary speed pieces are very valuable. The odds that it's going to roll good are not great, but in terms of actually acquiring them in the game, it's very tough. It's actually way easier to acquire legendary books in the game than it is to acquire 6-star legendary speed artifacts. So it's arguably the most valuable part of the thing here, but the thing against that is the legendary book is guaranteed value whereas the 6-piece or 6-star speed artifact is probably just going to be something you sell for silver. So, but it does have the upside of possibly being really good. Alrighty, and then the artifact enhancement event. I do recommend participating in this. You know, it's similar to champion training. It's never a bad idea to upgrade your artifacts, and people are always asking, what's the most efficient route to calculate, you know, in terms of acquiring your crowns towards the event. And I haven't done any like scientific mathematical analysis on this, but just kind of looking at it and my experience playing the game, I think upgrading a bunch of stuff to level 12 is going to be your most efficient route. You know, obviously if there's artifacts you need to take to 16 for the progress of your account, now is a good time to do that. But in terms of just completing the event, I want to say the most efficient route is upgrading a bunch of stuff to level 12. That's just kind of what it seems like to me looking at the numbers here and how they crunch. But yeah, some decent rewards. I will definitely max this out. I will go after the Void Shard and the Legendary Book because you know, you can really never go wrong upgrading artifacts. It's always good to have them around. So I anticipate this to cost me like 15 to 20 million silver, somewhere in there. But hey, for the rewards on that, and you know, not only that, but getting the artifacts to 16, I think it's worth it. So I'm going to be participating in this, and I recommend that you do as well. At least you know, throw your silver at it and see how far you can get. All right, now we need to go over the offers. So this is one that's coming through in the shop right now. Let me move this while I'm on this one here. Okay, so these ones I think are going to be going out to the majority of the player base, and you might get different ones depending on your spending habits, but these are the ones that I got, and let's go ahead and throw them in. So let's delete this stuff here. Let's go gems 950 and 950k, and then 11 ancients. All right, so we've got, ooh, it's in the yellow, worth about $25. Yeah, if it was $25, I would probably buy it. But given that I'm probably going to be laying off on it, let's plug in the other one. Alrighty, it's going to be a $69.99. I think this one will grade out to be a little bit better if I had to guess. Interesting that it's less silver and less gems, but you get the 3 sacreds. No, wow, it's actually grading out way worse. Yeah, so I would probably spend 45 to 50 on this. Yeah, both these offers are kind of bad, to be honest, and I can't really recommend either one. I'm a little bit disappointed. I thought they would grade out a little bit better than that, but I usually I like to be disciplined with my spending and stay towards you know, only scooping up the ones that are at least, you know, up in the very high of the good tier, like 1.8 something. Ideally, I stick to the ones that are teal and 2.0 and above. So, yeah, I'm probably not going to buy either one of those. All right, let's go over the bonus Sacred Pact. This one is typically very bad. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, very bad. Very bad. Not worth it at all. This needs to be, if it's going to be 1 shard, it needs to be like 500 gems and 1,000 energy, and that wouldn't even cut it. So yeah, 1 shard just isn't enough value. The odds are it's going to be something that doesn't really, you know, meaningfully progress your account. It's just not worth that much to get the low, you know, 100 gem value. So yeah, I'd recommend staying away from that. The Conqueror Pack. Conqueror Pack, you know, twice a week update. It's still $15. It's still something I'm not going to buy until it's, you know, closer to that $5 range. So yeah, not a whole lot to cover there. And 6-star artifact. Wow. I typically, if you watch my videos, you will know that I typically stay away from recommending the gear artifacts, but this is one of the best ones you're ever going to get. The speed set is arguably the best set in the game. Speed and divine speed are arguably the most widely used and universally, you know, good artifacts to have on your account. So in terms of gear offers, it is expensive. $25 is expensive to gamble on 6 pieces to only get a little bit of energy and silver. But in terms of the gear offers, just in a vacuum, this is one of the best ones you're ever going to get. It's a full set of 6-star epic, which is very good. You know, gosh, I probably won't buy it. If this were $19.99, if it were $20, I would probably scoop up 1 or 2. At 25, it's just a little bit too expensive because the odds are if you buy this, you're only going to get 1 or 2 pieces out of it, and the rest are going to be bad. They won't roll the right main stat, or they'll just roll trash substats, or when you roll them to level 12, it'll roll like triple flat attack or something, and you're just going to be like, wow, okay, I guess I can sell that. So the odds of it actually panning out to being really good is obviously only going to happen for 1 or 2 of them out of the 6. But yeah, it's a pretty good offer. It would take a lot of energy to grind the dragon to get this many 6-star speed artifacts. So definitely a pretty good gear offer, and one that I would recommend if you're the type to spend money on raid and go after gear offers. This is probably one of the better ones that we're ever going to get. And I almost forgot, but before I end the video, I do want to go over the artifact sorting feature that was teased. I did go over this. Not go over it, but I posted it on my YouTube channel on the community tab, and this is very cool. So it looks like we're going to be getting some sort of sorting feature soon in raid, and we can see that it's got the substat, the main stat, and then you can also check the box of whichever artifact. So if you didn't see this on the raid Discord or on wherever it's been posted, my community tab and stuff like that, this is a screenshot posted by Plarium, not a screenshot, or a picture of, it looks like an iPhone playing some sort of test version of raid, and this is gonna be epic. Like, this is some, we have literally thousands of pieces. If you have 700 of each, you're sitting at 1,400 pieces, 1,400 artifacts of jewelry and normal gear. So this is something that's definitely needed. I'm super hyped about this. I hope this is something that's coming soon and not like 4 months from now. But at least they're letting us know that they're working on this, and this is coming. So this is epic, and I wanted to make sure and throw this in the video so that you guys know about this, and it's going to be an amazing addition to raid. I cannot wait for that. All right, so that kind of does it for the community update for January 16th. As always, let me know what you think down in the comments, and thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.